Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, episode 117. Happy birthday, Wii U! It's your 10th birthday! That was my party horn sound that I did there. I broke Micah in the intro. We are going to be talking about the Wii U and, in correlation with Thanksgiving, what we were thankful for from the Wii U and the era of Wii U. In addition, we will be answering your community-submitted questions, talking about the best game from the year 2000, and of course, giving our introductory thoughts to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're talking all that and more. My name is Andross, and I'm one of the co-hosts on the Nintendo Pals Podcast, the show all about Nintendo and friendship. And I am joined by my fellow Nintendo pal, Micah Prime. That was extra quiet. Are you did it get quieter?
Should be the same.
The music's just extra loud. But that's what we're all about here. Blasting music extra loud so we can't hear Micah. That's my goal in every episode. Micah, how the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good to hear. I'm also doing pretty good. A little tired, as yesterday I was up till past midnight for the launch of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Went to pick up my copy from my local game store. There were a lot of people there, 60-plus people in the store, all at the same time. I just waited outside until it cleared out and got my copy towards the end. I was like, I'm going to be at the back of the line anyway, so I'm going to crowd myself in this store. But it was super fun, exciting time. A lot of people there with kids, so I wasn't the only crazy parent that had their son up past midnight. It was just a fun experience. He had a great time, and we're playing the games together. Pretty excited about that. But before I jump into all that jazz, I got to shout out 5-star reviews. Unfortunately, there are no 5-star reviews to shout out. Listen.
The way you started that, I wondered if I had just missed the 5-star reviews.
Each and every week, we do shout-outs for anybody who leaves us a 5-star review at the start of the show because we're super thankful for it. And you know what that helps us do? It helps us take over the world of Nintendo podcasts. It helps boost us in the ranking, shows us to more people, and it makes us feel good about ourselves. So please do it. Leave us a 5-star review for our podcast on your podcast listening app of choice. You can leave them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, and Audible. Those are all places you can leave 5-star reviews. And hey, why not leave one in all 4 of those places? Listen, if you want to join the upper echelon, the few and the proud that have left us a 5-star review in every single spot, you can do that. You don't get anything for it other than our eternal gratitude. And you get to feel cool. There you go. Am I missing anything in our introductory stuff, Micah?
I don't think so.
Just a reminder, we did just launch our own separate Twitch and YouTube channels. You can find me, twitch.tv/Andross1. That is Andross and the number 1. And you can find Micah
at Micah Prime.
Yep. Micah Prime on both YouTube and Twitch. So I'm Andross1 on YouTube and Twitch, and Micah is Micah Prime. Each of us are streaming different kinds of stuff, but today, as of when this episode releases, we are going to be doing a
losing a race to Cosmic.
We're going to be doing a speedrunning race against speedrunner and professional Mario player Cosmic. Micah and I are going to be racing him in Mario Hour, the first 6 Mario games. We are working together simultaneously to beat the 6 games, and he is going to try and beat all 6 games before we combined can do it. Micah's hopes are not high, but we're swapping around the order, and I'm confident.
Yeah, you say that because you haven't played Super Mario Bros. 2 US yet.
True. So there we go. I've got some practicing to do over the weekend, but I'm still confident because I have quite a bit of leeway with the other 2 games that I have. So as long as I don't badly mess those up like I did in the practice run, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna crush it. Anywho, that kind of leads perfectly into the first segment of our show. So why don't we talk what we've been playing in What You Playin'? Micah, I hear you've been playing some Mario.
Yep. Oh, finding out I really love all these older Mario games. When you speedrun them, you just gain a true appreciation for all the fun things that can happen in those games. I still need to find. I forgot to save it. I need to go find that clip of me jumping on that hammer bro as he jumps up and then I just die.
Yeah.
As I land squarely on his head.
And you did that
I just die.
You rewound.
I managed to rewind it. I did a dozen times. It makes no sense. That game is fantastic.
You fell for his invisible hammer trap.
Apparently, yeah.
You've activated my trap
card. It was right behind his head. Where I couldn't see it.
Yep. He got you good. But
yeah, but actually, I've decided that speedrunning makes me like games less.
Oh, really?
Yep. Unless that game is Metroid Dread, which I never really tried speedrunning that hard. I just did more challenge runs.
Yeah. Yeah, I really have gained an appreciation for the games I've been playing for this race because I'm speedrunning them. Mario 64 is so fun to speedrun. You were like, I do not want that game. And I think you would
Absolutely not
complaining equally as much about that
Absolutely.
one. I love it.
For
I
sure.
think it's super fun. I'm really enjoying learning how to speedrun that game and getting better at that speedrun. It's just a lot of fun. And yeah, I love the N64 classic controller that you can get with NSO. That has been mucho helpful for actually being able to run the game well.
Do you use that for all the games you're speedrunning?
No. I use the SNES one for the other 2. Because they're SNES games. Well, the first, I was running Mario Bros, but we're swapping, and I'm taking 2 USA. And I'm still probably going to use the Super Nintendo controller because it's more accurate to an NES controller. I guess I could use the N64 controller and just do this, right?
No one ever does it that way, but you could.
But you know what I've learned is that these controllers work with other games. If those games have mapping that works. So I am going to do a challenge run where I try to beat Breath of the Wild with an N64 controller, which is difficult because there are a lot of missing buttons.
Yeah. You just got one stick, right?
Yeah.
The camera control.
The camera controls actually operate with the yellow buttons.
Yeah, but I can't imagine it's that good compared to just the stick.
Oh, 100%. It's a little bad. There actually isn't an attack button.
Fun.
And there's not a jump button. But there is a sprint button.
And that's all that really matters.
Yeah. And there is a ZR button. So I can use a bow. So it's gonna be it'll be an interesting run when I get to that and to play that. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm just gonna be like playing basically Zelda like it was an old Zelda game where you don't have camera controls and you're using Z targeting to do everything, and also I won't be able to attack things through regular means.
Would you? You'll be able to pick things up though, right?
Yeah, because
Oh, like I couldn't remember what button that was.
pickup is A, and then Y is the attack button, and X is jump. And so there's no Y or X, so I don't have those buttons. And yeah, it'll be fun. Besides that, though, I'll jump a little bit more into what I've been playing. Before we started this podcast recording and stream, I was playing Pokemon Scarlet. Pokemon. You know what? I'm gonna pronounce it however I want. Everybody out there can be upset. Don't matter. Pokemon, whatever. It's
I prefer Pokemon.
Pokemon. Okay.
Pokemon.
Yeah. So Pokemon's pretty good. So far, it's definitely an upgrade from Sword and Shield. I have played through the first route and just obtained the cover legendary Koraidon for Scarlet. And that's as far as I've gotten. So you do like the first route where they sort of give you a tutorial on the battle and a little bit on catching Pokemon, but it's not nearly as involved as in other games. They don't like make you watch a battle and watch someone catch it. You can just catch the Pokemon, and they're like, "Oh, good job! Yeah,
at this
threw a
point,
Pokeball."
you know how to.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. The rival character. Whoa, what happened to Micah? Are you there, Micah? Or did your computer crash?
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh.
I was blowing my nose. I figured no one wanted to see that.
Oh, good call.
And I also decided not to give you any warning because that'd be fun.
Yeah. The rival character, Nimona, is like an older student at the academy. And she's like obsessed with battles, but she's like, let's be best friends. So you're like, all right. And
then she's gonna stab you in the back at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's like she's kind of leading you on the first path through tutorial zone, and you can choose to catch all the Pokemon on Route 1. So I caught a bird, a bug, another bug, a Hoppip. It's the pink.
Oh, fancy.
That one's in the first route.
So you caught a bird and 2 bugs, and Hoppip.
And
that about right?
A Pawmi, I think is what it's called. It's like the new Pikachu. It's tiny. It's so small. I was like, what in the promotional material, it looked way bigger. I thought it was gonna be Pikachu size. It's like a little bug.
It's like this little, right? It's got to fit in your palm.
Yeah, I guess so. Caught one of those. A Diglett. A Young Goose, I think is what they're called. Can't remember.
You made eye contact with your dog. Now he wants pets.
Yeah. What he's doing. He should be up in bed. So I just have caught every new Pokemon I've seen because I'm like, I'll try doing the Pokedex.
That's the way to play.
And
I don't really go out of my way that much, but I'll catch the new ones that I don't have already if I see them.
And you level up from catching Pokemon just as much as battling them, which has been
cool.
Which has been a thing for the past couple games, I think.
Yeah, I haven't played the past couple games except Arceus, but catching them is like the entire goal.
Yeah.
Of that game. So
yeah. So that's been my experience so far. I've just done like the first route, a cave, and I got the legendary Pokemon in my party.
Nice. Can you ride him like a jet yet?
Not yet. Also, this
A
one's not
bicycle?
this one's not the jet one. This is the one that walks.
Hmm. Lame.
Yeah, my son got Pokemon Violet, and he played the first battle, the first bit today while I was working, and he was like, "Yeah, I beat the rival trainer pretty easy." I'm like, "Yeah, she picked the wrong type. Whatever type you pick, she picks the one that's weak against." It's like, well, you're
Boo.
kind of a dingus.
Pokemon games are getting soft.
Yeah.
Back in my day, they would pick the advantage type against you.
Yeah, then they'd say,
The first
"Smell
fight,
you
all they
later."
know was scratch. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh, also you start with an elemental move, so I mean you can seriously two-shot their Pokemon. The battle is super easy. I don't know. I'm like very curious if I can lose. Like
Have you tried?
If I just stall to lose. Yeah.
If you somehow skip that fight and then go teach it like scary look, and then just spam that the entire fight, you could probably lose.
Yeah. There you go. Except like the tail whip move, or whatever
That lower
your
their
not
attack or
whatever
defense,
your
yeah.
not attack move is, just do that. That would be interesting. See what happens there.
The game just crashes.
So I'm basically in the tutorial still. So impressions are very early. I think it looks pretty good. There's definitely jank visually. I was not expecting any more. So like I was not coming into this going like, oh, this is going to be a technical marvel, because this is the Pokemon Company, and they just do not do that. They are not.
They do
awesome
all
at
that they need to do, which isn't really all that much in that department.
It's unfortunate. I feel like if they just poured a little bit more of the money into the games, these could be very, very good games. But they don't need to, because it's just going to sell a bazillion units for kind of bare bones what it is. But I mean, the core concept, as always, is fun, and I'm excited to see what they do. The story seems like it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Have you seen the terrastalizing yet?
No.
That's what it's called.
Nope. I haven't even made it to the school yet.
Mm.
I did look ahead, and this is
That sounds like cheating.
semi-officially out there on like Pokemon wikis and stuff. But I did look
Your
ahead.
dog is shushing you.
Well, I did.
You don't want no spoilers.
Oh, I'm not spoiling. I'm just saying I personally looked ahead to see the final evolution of the 3 starters to help determine which one I would pick. I still ended up going with Fuecoco. She's pretty great.
Yeah, it's really weird that he evolves into a giant balloon. Oh, sorry, spoilers. But yeah, he just turns into a big balloon.
I also got spoiled by some kid at the game store because we were asking.
At the game store.
Yeah, we were asking, like, what version are you guys getting? And he was like, Violet. And the person's like, oh, we're getting Scarlet. He's like, oh, man, yeah, I wanted the blankety blank 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 type of Pokemon. I was like, there's what? I was like, oh, well, a little bit of spoilers. Yeah, so apparently there is going. I will just tease this.
Yeah, apparently one of the games has blankety blank blank types.
There is more differences between the two games than I thought there would be. See what that means exactly as I go. Anywho, initial thoughts on Pokemon? It's pretty good.
Right on.
I like it. I'm hooked in.
It.
I am hooked in faster and am enjoying my time with it more than with Sword.
That's not a very high bar for you, was it?
No, I just didn't. That game did not grab me. I'd say this is on par experience-wise to Arceus, except Arceus had a slow start. This gets you right into the action.
But is it as good as Crystal?
far as like the start, I don't remember how Crystal starts.
Well, it probably starts amazing.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be talking about Crystal more later. Because that game came out in 2000.
Did it? Did it come out in 2000?
Might have.
Are you sure it didn't come out in 2001?
Maybe it came out in 2001, and I'm thinking Silver and Gold came out in 2000. Anywho, do you have anything else you want to highlight that you've been playing?
I haven't said anything so far.
You said Mario. You're talking about the Mario games you played.
I mean, we talked about them, but I didn't specifically say I played them this week.
Oh, sorry.
But I played those Mario games, and then I think pretty much all I played besides that was like 3 games of Rocket League, so I don't really have anything else to say.
So you're like all offended.
Wow,
that I didn't,
how dare you? You didn't let me list all the games I had played.
Well, I will just highlight again. I've been playing Spelunky 2. Someone in chat was like, "Is Spelunky 2 ever not on your main page?"
Absolutely
not.
I
was like, no, it's always there. I also beat Dadish since we last talked. That game was fantastic. I liked it a lot. Totally worth the $2 spent. And a little bit of Splatoon 3. Just a teeny tiny bit of Splatoon 3. And now that will be backburnered, for Pokemon will become all free time outside of stream games, which really isn't that much.
Spelunky.
And Spelunky. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will dethrone Spelunky, but probably not.
I'm starting to think you like Spelunky more than you should.
You already thought that. What do you mean you're starting?
Yeah, but now I'm starting to think it even more.
Well,
Before I was like, haha, this is a joke. It's real funny.
No, I like that game a lot.
Playing Spelunky so much, and now I'm starting to actually get concerned for your well-being.
Mute Dog says that he saw a drawing in Splatoon 3 of Fry, and someone wrote, "Let her win." Yeah, poor Fry. Poor Fry. Everybody loves freaking Shiver. Like, they're a team, all right? Yeah, we can like them all. We don't have to diss on one to like the other. Much like this show. Micah.
I'm feeling attacked for no reason.
Well, why don't we attack this next segment as a team, and let's talk the Nintendo news. Oh, but before we do,
a good way of attacking it. Use the backspace button.
Oh,
it's
sick.
Gone.
Before we jump into the Nintendo news, I wanted to shout out our sponsor. This episode of Nintendo Pals is brought to you by us. Check out our merch. That can be found in the link in the description. You can pick up a sick Nintendo Pals t-shirt. We also have Nintendo Pals hats that are embroidered with our logo. And
we also have healthy t-shirts as well.
Yeah, we have sick shirts and healthy shirts. Yeah. We also have flip-flops. You can get a Micah left flip-flop and an Andross right flip-flop. I think it's the other way around, actually. Andross left, Micah right. And
I'd forgotten about those.
Mugs, water bottles, some other merch. So, yeah, just wanted to point this out. What does sponsoring ourselves mean? It means that we paid ourselves to put this in here, and which is a percentage of our paycheck, 0%. Oh no, we we just thought it would be a good spot that we could fill to plug our merch. So yeah, let me make sure I've got the link to that proper in here. This is like so professional as I.
It's been so long since I've checked it, so.
So you can find that at streamlabs.com/Nintendo_pals/merch. But if you just Google or web search Nintendo Pals merch, it's the top result.
I better test that.
As always, thanks to everybody who supports us in any way, shape, or form. We greatly appreciate it. All right, now on to the next segment of our show. Let's talk the Nintendo news. All right, in today's news, there's quite a bit to cover. First off, Team Water wins the Splatfest in the Pokemon and Splatoon crossover event between fire, grass, and water. Team Water, aka Team Big Man, wins.
Bunch of cheaters.
I'm sad about losing because I was Team Fire, but I'm happy for Big Man to get
My
a
one
win.
consolation is that the fire team just got absolutely smoked in like every single category, so that's pretty good.
So did grass.
Not so much.
Yeah, water won every point.
Yeah, but fire was last in every point except one.
Third Strongest
So,
Mole says, "Sorry to dampen your spirits, Team Fire. Thank you."
yeah,
Thank
I mean,
you.
a team for water is kind of a win for water is kind of a win for grass because water is beneficial to grass, helps it grow. If fire had won, that would have been lame. So
You're ridiculous.
also, I found out for the first time that in the tri-splats, as long as the team which was water, the team with like 4 members on their team loses, it counts as a win for everyone else. So if grass or fire wins, then they both win
Oh, I
compared
didn't.
to water losing. Which I had no idea.
Oh,
I like just noticed that when I was playing.
interesting.
I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. For all I know, that was a bug or something. But
Yeah. Well, that segues to the next news segment here, which you want to take this one as you chug some drink.
yeah, that was some good timing right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But yeah, Splatoon 3, the chill season of 2022 has been announced, which I believe comes out in December at some point.
And new gear, a new level. It looks like. Yeah, I put this down later in the news, but it looks like there'll be a new Salmon Run stage. They also teased Big Run.
Oh yeah, that's like the salmon run that like takes over the regular levels or something of multiplayer. It's all like hush hush. I don't know much about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yep. They still didn't really show much. They kind of teased it, but it looked like it was like in the city as well, which is cool.
Yeah, Third Strongest Mole asks, "What if Big Run is just Big Man trying to get somewhere fast?"
Oh, so good. he's he's just Big Man running. So good. Yeah, I'm excited. It's interesting to see that they're doing these in kind of seasonal updates. Hope that works. Um, it's definitely a good game for this sort of live service seasonal update, Fortnite style thing.
Yeah.
Man, could you imagine if it was like Fortnite? Like there were chapters. They changed up
There
the
was
map.
Goku.
Goku was in it. Yeah. Batman, Spider-Man are all in it. Like no, I'm just thinking like one of the things that I really love about Fortnite as a game is that it took the live game series and just made it a huge deal. I mean, like season events and season changes were a big deal. And then they've done 2 chapter swaps. We're in chapter 3 now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
With major map changes. And I just think that would be something really cool for something like Splatoon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it already has like a bunch of stages already.
No, I'm talking like
So I
it
wouldn't want
has
any to like go away.
it has like a main map, and then that map changes over time. So it's like a live thing you're a part of. But I can see like some people hate that. Some people really don't like that because they don't want to lose features, and people really miss some of the old maps and old mechanics and stuff. So it's probably better, but it's cool. It's a cool concept, a cool idea. I think it would be interesting to see what Nintendo would do with that. Well, this next news item, we're going to be talking about the not quite as good as the PAL awards show that happens every year. It's the Game Awards. The Game Awards by Jeff Keighley. Yeah, small little show. Not quite as big as the PAL Awards that happen every year here on the Nintendo Pals podcast, where we rank best game from that year and a whole bunch of other very important categories. Best music, best dog, like just a lot of really good categories. But there are some cool categories that come from the Game Awards. And Nintendo is up for a lot of nominations for. So I have here several to highlight. We have 5 nominees for the best RPG, and I believe these are all Nintendo games. No. The first one is not. It's Elden.
Absolutely not.
Elden Ring.
This first one.
But then Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Also, what about new Pokemon? How is that going to work? Because they're just like, well, that's not going to be in the game.
Scarlet and Violet. I mean, it came out today.
Yeah, but the Game Awards aren't for another month.
I think it's a little late. And maybe they'll count that for next year if they want.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that's just not enough time to fully appreciate all that comes with the game.
And then also Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is up for best score and music, which I think it deserves that win over everything else on here. Having listened to some of the OSTs from all these, great games and great soundtracks. But Xenoblade Chronicles 3 soundtrack goes absolutely hardcore and insane. Some of the best music ever in games. And then, of course, Game of the Year, a big one. The main award. What are the nominees this year? A Plague Tale, Requiem? How do you say
Requiem,
that?
yeah.
Requiem. I always say Requiem and then Requiem right after. Because
it's one of those words that you never say or hear out loud, but then once you say it the first time, you're like, no, that's not
right, yeah.
And then you
A Plague Tale 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So Nintendo got a game up for Game of the Year, and it is Xenoblade Chronicles. So this is a huge win for Xenoblade Chronicles fans, as this goes to show that the game is not niche. It's for the masses. It's up there with the likes of Elden Ring, which is going to win.
I feel like Elden Ring's gonna win.
There's no way it's not going to win. Listen, this whole show is rigged, guys. This is not voted by the people. This is voted by the critics, the professionals.
The people whose opinions don't matter. No offense to anyone.
And Jeff Keighley just has a major bias for Elden Ring. How many times did they talk about Elden Ring before Elden Ring came out at Game Awards shows? It was years. It won.
I wouldn't know because I didn't watch any.
It won most anticipated game 3 years in a row, I think.
I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that one's gonna win. I hope Xenoblade Chronicles 3 takes home some awards because it deserves it. But then
what
the
do you
category
think the odds of Elden Ring winning a Game of the Year, but then not winning Best RPG?
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I just don't think of that as an RPG. It's more of an action adventure game, but it is an RPG. You got your stats system and all that jazz. But I think of a game more like Live Alive or Triangle Strategy, which is funny that both of those are up and they're the same engine, both Square Enix 2D HD
those are
games.
Old school RPGs.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know in that category what's going to win. It'll be interesting to see. But then the category that we care most about, Best Family Game, aka the Nintendo category. Up for nominations in there is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, let's go, and Splatoon 3.
I will throw myself downstairs if that game wins.
What are these threats? I feel like I think you threatened to throw yourself downstairs last week for something. I gotta write these down.
It's a good threat. What things will cause Micah to throw himself downstairs, just in case you ever need me?
The fact that there's more than one thing is kind of weird. All right, so of this list, it's interesting because when you think best family game, like what does that mean? Is this best game for children? Or is this best games to play with the family? Because if it's best
children make up the entire family?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So if this is games to play as a family, the only one that even remotely makes sense to vote for is Nintendo Switch Sports. Because all the rest of these are single-player experiences. Skywalker Saga, you can play co-op. But Mario & Rabbids, you can't play co-op. Splatoon 3? Why are you giving me this look?
Because you can play Splatoon 3 with your family.
If you have more than one copy.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
It's like they planned.
I'm just thinking but that's, yeah. What do I think is going to win, though? Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Because it's
I noticed it's in all caps in this list.
That was just how it was. That was just how it was in the copy paste I did. not anything. Yeah, not anything. No bias. No bias. Yeah. I think Kirby's gonna win.
Too surprised if Splatoon 3 won, but I mean, like you said, you do have to have multiple copies. It's not really the most family game.
Yeah,
it's a family-friendly game.
Yeah, I feel like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is more targeted towards kids, and I feel like even though they say this is best family game, this category always just goes to the best kid game.
Yeah, essentially. And
it's a great game, so I'm cool with it winning. I'm cool with any of these games winning. Honestly, everything in here is good.
Except for Nintendo Switch Sports.
That's the Game Award nominees. But really, all we put this in here for was so that we could plug that the Nintendo PAL Awards is coming up. It'll be here next month. We'll probably have voting up in the Discord soon, so join up our Discord where you'll be able to vote for your favorites and nominate games for different categories. Ours is all Nintendo focused, though, so it's good that we have Jeff Keighley to focus on the games industry as a whole, plus show us all the commercials that we could ever want for games that we're probably not going to get. Like subpar AAA games. All night for 4 hours straight. I feel like I sound so bitter towards the show.
Yeah,
I really do respect what they do with that. I think it's cool that they are trying to make a official legitimate award show for games and to celebrate gaming, but there are aspects of it.
You just think it's garbage and terrible.
Yeah, there are aspects of it that I would most certainly change if I were running the show. All right. Next news item. This one's for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll be getting another Salmon Run stage with a new update, but we kind of already talked about that.
No, the one above that.
One above that? I don't want to talk about that one. This is super boring news. But I guess there's been a new Fire Emblem trailer if anyone cares.
I care. I'm excited, actually.
And you're not even going to play this game.
I am very much thinking about getting this game. No joke. This one looks good to me. But I'm pretty excited. Maybe a little bias here.
Because it showed Ike, but in it showed Roy, Ike, Lucina, and Lynn.
Yes.
And the previous trailer showed other people. There was a lot of them.
Yeah, so the concept of Fire Emblem Engage is that the main party of characters can summon, or they have these rings that bring characters from other worlds to help aid them. And prominently shown in the first trailer, the main character has Marth at his side, helping him to fight against these baddos. But they also mention specifically that there are, I think, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. 12 different heroes. And the goal is to collect all 12 rings, and that will somehow help so they can reseal away the evil dragon, the fell dragon.
12 rings, but they only have 10 fingers.
Yeah, we're more than one ring on a finger.
Nose rings.
Oh, yeah, there you go. But this new trailer, kind of showed more of that, where different nations have different people within the nations that have rings with these emblems. And in this trailer, you could see in the background Ike, Lucina. How do you pronounce that name?
I've always said Lucina.
Lucina.
I don't know.
Lynn, and Roy at different points in the trailer. But it also showed that the baddos could get the rings, and they could summon the guys, and they would be evil. So there was like a scene with evil Marth, and he was not blue, he was red.
Oh boy. Because red is the color of evil.
No, it's all blue versus red, but your main character is both blue
That's
and
why
red.
fire Pokemon are the worst Pokemon.
Yeah. The main character is both blue and red, so he's probably both good and evil in
just
one.
like all people really are.
Yeah, true.
Try to teach a deep lesson with that game.
So there's 12 rings, which means there will be 12 characters to summon, and people were like, what 12 characters are there going to be? I found a comment on this new trailer that said, hey, the previous trailer showed all of them in the introduction on a mosaic, as it's showing the introduction to the game. I went back and watched it, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're all right there. And on that mosaic, you can see Marth, Celisa?
Yeah, Celica? Who knows?
Celica?
I don't know.
Sigurd? I'm going to pronounce these so bad. Sigurd? Leif? Roy? Lynn?
Mute Dog's helping us in chat by typing it out. Oh, that's Mute Dog, but that didn't help at all. Just type the name.
Celisa, like the car. I don't know.
I don't know what car you're talking about either.
Erica.
I appreciate the attempt to help us.
Ike.
We're clueless.
Micah. Lucina. Female Corrin. Male Byleth. Those are all of the ones. Listen, those are probably pronounced really bad. I'm sorry. I don't play Fire Emblem games. But this is exciting that we know who... this is a pretty safe bet that these are the emblems that will be summoned. And Ike's in the game, so I'm very much considering buying it now. I also really like this new trailer. The story really interests me in this one. I don't know. It just looks interesting. It looks cool. And I've never tried Fire Emblem. Maybe this is the one, finally, to get me to try it. And this, again, you and I both have said this over and over. There's not really a reason we don't play Fire Emblem. We just have it. Because
it's too late now.
It seems really up your alley.
We've gone this long without playing them, so we can't play them now.
This can be your new Golden Sun, like the new RPG to play that Nintendo puts out.
No offense.
Listen, it's no Golden Sun.
Fire Emblem's no Golden Sun.
You've never played, so you have no idea what you're talking about.
I played that Fire Emblem game on your phone.
That is not the same. That is not the same.
And it was just all right, no offense. I'm pretty sure it's exactly like all Fire Emblem games.
All right. So that's the news, exciting news there with Fire Emblem. I'm excited for this game. We joke I'm legitimately excited for this game. It looks like one I will enjoy, so I'm probably gonna pick it up.
I don't believe you.
Bet. Why am I betting with you to do that though? Because it's like I spend more money. That's this is a lose-lose situation.
Well, if I bet you $60, you might as well just get it.
True. True. Commits me to doing
But
it.
I'm gonna bet you -$60.
Put money on it, says Mute
So
Dog.
if you buy it, you have to give me $60.
And then you buy it? Or you would not buy it. You would just keep the $60. I know.
Oh yeah, I
you.
just give the $60.
Yeah. Well,
do you know how much top ramen I could buy with $60?
No. like
well,
600.
if on sale for 7 for $1, I could get I think 420.
Ooh.
Not accounting tax.
Whoa.
You know how long I could survive off 420 packets of top ramen?
Like 3 days.
I
At
could
least.
survive like 3 years off of that. The salt alone would sustain me.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of sustaining you, Pokemon icons coming to NSO. This has nothing. This transition didn't work at all. You didn't give me any transition. So Pokemon icons are coming to NSO for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They're on right now. Go get them. Spend your silvery coins. The end. That's the end of that segment. So let's move on to the next segment. Let's jump over to visit our buddies, the Pikmin, that go out and collect for us all the rumors in the rumor mill. That's right. Each and every week we send out the little Pikmins and they come back with some rumors. Sometimes they come back empty-handed. But today...
Most of them come back, but not all.
But today, it's a dangerous job. But today we have some data mining done for Splatoon that may be pointing to version 2.0, including features that were not mentioned in Nintendo's recent announcement. That is a photo mode in Recon, Salmon Run scenario codes, and Table Turf Battle online with real players. All great features.
Sounds pretty cool to me.
I would like for Table Turf Battle to have real online player battles. So, yes.
I like not playing against real people because then I like win all the time. If I was playing against real people, they'd probably be good. And I'd have to wait for them to make their move and whatnot.
But then we could play together.
But then I might lose.
No, because you'd be playing against me. And whenever we play games together...
See, this is one of those games where you would have a chance at winning, which is why I can't play it with you.
That's...
I can only play 99% of the games ever made with you because I'll beat you. Then the other 1%, it's a no-go.
This makes so much sense. Everything's coming together, Micah. We also have another rumor. You want to take this one?
Yep, there's a rumor that a new Mario movie trailer will be shown at the Game Awards.
That makes sense to me, and I'll eat it up. I'm so excited for this movie.
When does it come out? It comes out spring, right?
Yeah, spring next year.
I think it was supposed to come back. I mean, not come back. It's supposed to come out in like this holiday season, right?
Yeah.
But okay, yeah.
They're pushing back.
That's why I was kind of confused.
They're pushing back to April. I'm very excited for it. I will be watching this opening day, bringing the whole family. My kids are going to just flip out for this movie. They love Mario, so it'll be super fun. And I love Mario. And
yeah, you're doing it for the kids, though, right?
Yeah, it's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Just like going
to
to the
someone's
premiere
got to watch the kids at the theater. Can't just send them alone, so you'll go too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's going to be awesome. I hope we get another trailer. Maybe it will show more of Chris Pratt so that we can feel a little bit less worried about that. Although I don't feel worried about it anymore. I feel like the movie's going to be good. That part might not be awesome, but it's going to be... It'll be okay. All right, well, with that, that's all we got going in the rumor mill. Thank you, Pikmin. You have done your job well this week. Let us move to the next segment, where we answer you listening, the community submitted question and topics in the community corner. It's the community corner where each and every week you could submit questions through our various social media channels. Thank you to everybody who submits questions. First one comes from the Magnificent King, aka Presto, aka Preston, aka Presto the Magnificent. We are on to the next century. What was the best game that came out in the year 2000? I love that we have this every single week. This makes me very happy. So thank you, Presto, for bringing this up. Because it's like, and we're eventually going to catch up. And then what do? We start over? But it's good time.
That's up to Presto.
What was the second best game that came out?
Oh, gosh.
In 19? Yeah, there you go. So what do you have for your best game that came out in 2000?
Well, this was an easy choice.
All right.
It's the first Pokemon game that required the use of a microphone. As far as I know. Hey, you Pikachu.
Let's go. You actually are picking this.
Heck yeah, I'm picking it. Are you insane? What else would I pick?
You might pick...
I take it back. Rewind. Oh, no, never mind. It's unrewound. I saw this game, but I'm thinking of the second game. So once that year comes up, you'll figure out what I'm talking about here. But no, yeah, Hey You Pikachu.
You might be going with my pick, if that's what we're talking about.
Absolutely not.
I am picking... Oh, man, no, that's a Japan release.
Rookie mistake.
Ooh. I was going to pick Paper Mario. But now I need something else.
Wait, how does this work? This game apparently came out in 1999.
What game?
Croc 2.
Croc 2. Oh.
But supposedly Croc came out in 2000. But Croc 2, not actually a Nintendo game, is fantastic. 10 out of 10. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
Gosh, well, now I'm not sure what to pick here. Majora's Mask is... I really haven't, finished that one. Played through it.
Mask? I apparently do not look at these lists very well. It's released in Japan. Was it released in not Japan?
Yeah, October it was released in North America.
Oh yeah, look at that. I did miss that. It's literally 4 away from Hey You Pikachu on this list.
Was Hey You Pikachu released? It's not on this list I'm seeing. This list
of Nintendo 64 games.
You know what? I'm still going to go with Paper Mario.
You can't do that. It came out in Japan.
Well, but,
you can't play the Japanese version.
But then I can't pick it in 2001 because...
You could.
No, you can't. Wait. Smash Bros. Came out in 2001? Paper Mario came out the same year that Super Smash Bros. Melee released?
Which Paper Mario?
The first one.
No, that can't be right.
It is.
That can't be right.
It is. That just seems so mind-boggling to me.
What?
Yeah. Well, the GameCube came out in 2001, right?
Actually, I don't... 2001? That doesn't sound right. I thought it was 2002 or 2004.
September 14th, 2001.
Is that Japan?
No, that's here. That's here. Yeah, so I'm picking Paper
September
Mario.
14th? Absolutely not. Wait, did you say September 14th?
Yeah.
No, that would be in Japan. It was November 18th, 2005.
You shut your mouth, man. There's no why.
So it looks like we're both 50% right.
That's you said 2002. Whatever. I'm still saying Paper Mario. Original Paper Mario.
You said September.
Original Paper Mario is the best game that came out in 2000. And then it eventually came to the US where I would have played first.
That sounds like it can't possibly be right.
It is. That just seems so weird. 2001's an interesting year. Oh, man. Thanks so much for the question, Presto. Appreciate it. All right, we got some questions here from Mute Dog. Mute Dog the Gamer. You want to take the first one here, Micah?
Yeah, he asks, taking a deep cut out of the picture, because we all know Andross would just choose Big Man. If they held another Splatfest where the theme deals with the Triforce, which one would you choose? Courage, wisdom, or power?
Courage.
Weak.
Yeah, you're going to go with power,
I'll
right?
go with wisdom. See, I used some of that good old wisdom to throw you off track.
I feel like this is going to happen. They're going to do this one.
I mean, it has to, right? It's just too good.
Do you think they'll time it just around the Tears of the Kingdom?
The Wild 2?
Tears of the Kingdom release? That would make sense.
That would make a lot of sense, you would think. But who knows? I mean, it's like it's almost too good of a choice. I kind of feel like maybe they won't do it for some strange reason.
Yeah. That's very Nintendo. God, that makes too much sense. But I'd pick Courage.
It's too obvious.
I'd pick Courage. Who do you think would be? I think. I feel like Big Man would be Power.
I was thinking Big Man would be Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Now I want to know. Is A.
Yeah, I want to know.
I feel like they probably just flip a 3-sided coin to decide these things.
Yeah, probably. All right, next question from Utah is, would you rather live in an alternate reality where Breath of the Wild doesn't exist, or live in an alternate reality where Waluigi doesn't exist? Can I give my answer first?
Waluigi doesn't exist. Too bad, sorry. I was going to let you, but I'd already started saying it, so I couldn't just stop.
I am going to pick that I would live in an alternate reality where Waluigi doesn't exist. This is an easy answer. Breath of the Wild is that good of a game that it overpowers my favorite character in the Mario series, Waluigi. Like, I would rather give up Waluigi than have to give up on the masterpiece that is Breath of the Wild. I'm sorry. Sorry to everybody out there. Presto, the Magnificent, is probably extremely disappointed, but he has not played the game, so he needs to go play the game because he will never understand. Never understand until he does. Breath of the Wild's just too good. It's too good.
And Waluigi isn't even that good.
Waluigi's awesome. Waluigi is awesome, but
nothing against criminals, but something against Waluigi.
Also, in the sphere here, Waluigi doesn't have any games. Like he's always a character in other games that, unfortunately,
if he was gone, it wouldn't really affect much. To be honest,
I mean, we wouldn't have Waluigi Pinball.
Oh no! Wow, that would be so unfortunate.
And we wouldn't have, Wah.
They would have to come up with a new Batto in DDR Mario mix.
Yeah. But the games would still be there. They just wouldn't have Waluigi. So it's a little easier to give up Waluigi. Now, if maybe there was some Waluigi game, I'd be like maybe a little bit more on the fence here, but it'd probably still lean towards Breath of the Wild. Sorry, it's my game.
What if it was Breath of the Wild, but instead of Link, it was Waluigi? It was exactly the same, but as a main character, it was Waluigi instead of Link. But then other than that, played exactly the same.
That would be a pretty cool game. Here's the thing: is like when given the choice to pick between my favorite game and my favorite character, I'm just gonna pick my favorite game. Like that. That's just how I think. Like the character can be any character, but the game, that's not replaceable. All right. Next question. You can ask this one.
What if it was between Link and Breath of the Wild?
I
Because
probably
you're
would.
like, would that if like would they have made? Would the games be the same
Yeah,
if
this
there's
is
some
what the
different
chicken and the
character?
egg scenario.
Maybe it really would be Waluigi. Games would be the same.
That would be crazy. All right, you should ask this next question so we can get out of this paradox that we're setting up.
And lastly, would you rather never be able to play a Mario game ever again, or only be able to play the first hour of every game? That includes Mario games, Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread, etc.
If I'm understanding this correctly, I think I would rather never be able to play a Mario game ever again.
Yep, same.
Yeah,
Because you'd still only be able to play Mario games for 1 hour, like the first hour, and then never again.
true. Yeah, yeah. So you're saying like even if you picked the other option, you still wouldn't get to play much of the Mario games. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like the first. So
This
you can
cuts.
play a Mario game for an hour, and then you have to like restart, and could play it for an hour again. So maybe you just get really good at speed running.
Yeah, this cuts. Yeah, this cuts a lot of stuff out though. Like Mario Party, Mario Kart, all the mainline Mario, Mario Paint. There's a big library lost, but to only be able to play the first hour of every game, I think, is detrimental to a lot of
That's
games.
yeah.
So it would be a rough deal, but luckily this imaginary
So
scenario would never happen.
would you be a Nintendo fan at that point,
Yeah,
or would
because
you be a multi-console person?
I would be a Nintendo fan because I am here. While Mario is one of my most played, I think I have like 8 Mario games on the Switch, and that's not including NSO, which has like all of the previous Mario games. Um, I mean, there's a lot more that is offered on the system with you got Zelda, you got Pokemon, you got Smash Bros. Like that's just cutting one franchise out of like a ton that I play. Kirby, Splatoon,
Not Fire Emblem,
not Fire Emblem,
not
not
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade. Maybe I would have time to play those.
True. You probably would play those.
Yeah. So there you go. I think I would still be a Nintendo fan because we've talked about
I
this
guess I should
before.
have said a Nintendo only fan.
We've talked about this before, Micah, how like what our favorite franchises, what our favorite IP is with Nintendo. And I think both of us said Zelda is probably our top favorite IP. Like and between Zelda and Mario, we lean towards Zelda.
Yeah. Or Metroid.
Yeah, if that's on the table, you lean towards Metroid, but between Zelda and Mario, Zelda is better. So it would be easier to give up Mario than it would be to give up Zelda. This question would be I don't know what I would say to give up Zelda games. I probably would still do that. Just that second option's just rough. Only an hour of every game. That's like, do you
Yeah.
remember the like on the Wii when you had those like demo that were timed?
They had a time limit, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that for every game.
You just got to get really good at speed running.
Yeah, they did.
You got to beat all the games.
They beat Ocarina of Time in that time period.
Well, the record time is now like 8 minutes or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Crazy. Thanks so much for the questions, Mute Dog. Next question here is from Queen Maddie Beth of Chat Rule. Shout out to the Gamer Girl podcast by Maddie Beth and Purple Riolu. Fantastic podcasters over there. They asked a bunch of questions. A whole bunch of would you rathers for the show. So, would you rather never play another Mario game or never play another Zelda game? I didn't see this question. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we kind of answered this already. I would rather never play another Mario game than never play another Zelda game.
Yeah, and I'd probably have to go with the same, even though there's like the Paper Mario games are super good as well. And what makes it hard is there are just so many more Mario games.
Yeah.
but generally I prefer Zelda games over them. But there's just more of them, so
Yeah.
you're like missing out on more. But I'd
And
probably never play Mario.
this is not to say that I do not love Mario. Like you pair Mario up against like any other Nintendo IP, and I probably will pick Mario. I think I'd pick Mario over Pokemon.
I'd probably do the same,
The
actually.
biggest.
I haven't
Um,
played a Pokemon game besides Arceus in like
I'm
five
trying to think
years.
of
So
like the other it's kind of those are like the pillars. It's Pokemon, Mario, and Zelda are like the three pillars, and then you have the smaller ones. But I feel like in those cases, with rare exceptions, like for you, Metroid, you'd pick over Mario probably. But besides that,
potentially, well, the problem with Metro is there also haven't been
that
nearly as
many.
many Metroid games, and it's been a while.
Yeah,
Besides Dread,
true. Yeah, and that's the other problem is that because Mario is such a pillar and is like the main event for Nintendo's stuff, it would be I think we'd pick Mario over like almost every other IP. Like, oh yeah, we'll give up F-Zero for Mario games.
it'd be a tough decision to never get any more new F-Zero games,
Yeah,
but I think we'd manage.
yeah, but Zelda, sorry, Zelda beats Mario. Next one.
Would you rather only own Nintendo's handheld consoles or only own their home consoles?
Well, for a little bit there, I only had the handhelds.
Hmm.
In between the Super Nintendo and the Wii, which I guess, yeah, that's the N64 and the GameCube. We did not upgrade our console. So we had the Super Nintendo.
Rookie mistake, by the way.
Well, my family just did not get us a home system. Instead, we got the latest handheld. So I had the Game Boy Advance, the DS, DS Lite, DSi. I did like we did like all the iterations of the handheld, and and then we got the Wii when that became a huge craze. I did get an N64 when the GameCube came out. I've told that story before. I got it for $12 used. So we're like, oh, this console's dead, and like could never find it at that cheap now. But and I was super excited, and that's when I first played like all the N64 games. I had played them like at friends' houses and with cousins and stuff. It was a different time. You like in that time period, like you go like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I wasn't around in the 80s, so I don't know why I'm mentioning this, but like that time period, you didn't get the next console at launch, and it wasn't like everybody's playing the latest console. Everybody just had what they had. So if your family didn't get the GameCube, you like that
You
wasn't
were a
like
fool.
yeah, nobody you weren't like the only one that didn't have one. It's just gaming's just gotten so much bigger. Everybody has the latest generation of systems.
Yeah, now if you're like a fan of one of the big three, you tend to get their newest console pretty soon after it comes out.
Yeah.
Unless it's the PS5, then you just don't get it because you can't.
So I completely sidetracked from the question here. All this being said, I would probably 100% go home console. I'd rather go with the home
Probably
console.
guaranteed go with home console as well.
Probably 100%, probably guaranteed. Home consoles. There's just
There's,
too many
there's a
great
little
games.
bit of a cop out because I mean, Golden Sun 1 and 2 were on handhelds,
That
but
it eliminates
Virtual
Pokemon as well.
Console, I got them on that as well and was able
True.
to play them.
And where does the Switch lie in this? Would the Switch? I guess the question here is: would you rather never be able to play in handheld your Switch, or own a Switch Lite? See what I did there? Because you can't dock that, and it's only handheld. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
That was funny.
it was good. It was good. I don't know if I'd say funny. It
What
was
would you pick?
I'd probably
permanent.
go docked
Yeah,
only.
same.
That's how I
I
tend to
think I'd
play.
go with the permanently docked. Although I love the OLED screen. The OLED screen is great. It's fantastic. I play a lot in handheld now that I have that. But yeah, I would be fine to give that up. Home console, for sure. All right. Would you rather spend 24 hours with Mario or 24 hours with Luigi? This is an easy question, and I know both of us have the same answer.
Luigi for sure.
Oh, all the way, Luigi. Why would you want to spend time with Mario? He does no
offense, Mario,
personality.
but not only is he cooler than Mario, he also has like a giant mansion and a giant like hotel he owns. I think he owns the hotel
I don't think
from
he does at
Luigi's
the end.
Mansion 3.
No.
At the end, he doesn't. That's a bummer. Well, he still has this giant mansion.
Yeah.
From the original Luigi's Mansion.
True.
I feel like he deserves the mansion. I mean, the hotel at that point.
In chat says, speaking of OLED screens, he is playing his brand new Pokemon OLED, which is a beautiful looking system. Yeah, we were there at the Nintendo store on launch day, but we did not buy a Pokemon OLED because we didn't need it. But it's cool looking. Yeah. Sorry, Mario, but Luigi's just better.
Yep. Speaking of better, would you rather have a pet Pikachu or a pet Eevee? There's some pros and cons.
Yeah. I feel like Pikachu's more exciting, but I don't know if exciting is exactly what I want from a pet.
You know how often Ash gets electrocuted?
Yeah.
Real people die when that happens.
Yeah, Eevee just seems much more realistic of a pet.
Yeah, Eevee's just like pretty much a cat dog thing. I don't like what is Eevee more of a cat or more of a dog? I'd probably say a little more cat, actually.
A little more cat, yeah. I don't know.
It isn't that exciting, but you won't die from it.
And it's pretty cute.
Probably. I mean, but if you trained your Pikachu, you wouldn't need to pay for electricity if you had the right setup.
Also, if I'm becoming a Pokemon trainer, I will pick Pikachu over Eevee. I think.
What?
Pikachu's just got more attacks.
Yeah, but
better
Eevee
stats.
Can evolve.
So can Pikachu.
Yeah, well, Pikachu evolves into another slightly bigger Pikachu.
Unless you're in Alola.
Well, yeah, a slightly bigger Pikachu still.
That
has a giant tail.
You love that Pokemon. Why are you down?
But it doesn't have as many possibilities as Eevee.
Yeah, that's true. Eevee can be so many different types of Pokemon too. Yeah. All right, Eevee all the way then.
Yeah, but probably still Eevee because
better pet.
I mean, if it was a really well behaved Pikachu, I might go with that just because I could tell to electrocute people, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, Eevee.
All right, so this next one here, this is an interesting one. Would you rather fight 100 Goomba-sized Bowsers or one Bowser-sized Goomba?
This, I feel like, is another easy question. Absolutely one Bowser-sized Goomba.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going with as well.
Absolutely.
Is it? Because all you have to do is step on it. I mean, it's big. But if you can get up above it to jump on it, it's gone.
It's game over.
Bowser,
well, it might pop into like 2 other smaller Goombas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Then you have to jump on those.
Bowser's
pointy.
Breathes fire, and you can't step on him. Yeah, he's sharp. I feel like 100 of those would be very painful.
I mean, yeah, even if you wanted to like,
I mean, what does a Goomba
they're small,
do? All the Goomba
if it was
does
a regular Goomba, yeah, if it was a regular Goomba, you could like kind of punt them away if you wanted to. You can't do that with a small Bowser.
Yeah,
the size of a Goomba.
I mean, Goombas, all they do is walk into you. I mean, they're pretty easy to dodge as well. So I just feel like this is an easy answer.
Yep.
But I do like the scenario presented.
Yeah.
I want more questions like this. 100 Goomba-sized Bowsers. So good. All right. Thanks so much for the questions, Maddie Beth. Next question here. We've got 2 questions from Purple Riolu. Actually, we'll ask this one from LPD first. Purple Riolu. Hold on. We'll get to your question
Wow.
because it's a good segue. LPD asks Captain Crunch or Captain Falcon?
Show me your moves.
I was going to say, there are a lot of
That's
easy
all you
answers
need.
here tonight, and this is another easy answer. Captain Falcon all the way.
I mean, he's got the greatest line potentially in all of Smash Bros. History, and he's got the knee of doom
And
or knee of
Falcon
death. I
Punch.
can't remember what
And
we called
Falcon
it. Oh,
Kick.
Falcon Punch. How could I forget that? Just that he yells it out. Well,
And every move he does. Ah! Like he's just super cool. Captain Crunch.
he doesn't hold back.
Captain Crunch as a cereal is good, but it kind of hurts your mouth a little bit.
It just toughens you up.
Yeah. So it's
Captain
not
Crunch
it's not
is
my
for babies.
it's not, yeah, you don't give that to your your newborn. Don't give them no Captain Crunch.
But you can give Captain Falcon to your people and make them fight. That's much better.
But Captain Crunch is not my go-to cereal. It's a good question, though. Okay, now we got 2 questions from Purple Riolu. You can shoot the first one.
Yeah, random question. Which is better, lasagna or spaghetti?
We're going to be divided on this one. Lasagna.
I don't know. I think I might agree with you if you make it without any sort of cheese.
Oh my
You
goodness.
just layer it. You throw in some, I mean, essentially just fancy spaghetti, not gonna lie. But you throw in pepperoni between those layers.
I just know you love spaghetti, so this is...
Oh, yeah. But the stacks of lasagna are just so enjoyable.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's just spaghetti in lasagna form the way I eat it.
Yeah, they're just... Well, they're basically what we're picking between here is the noodles. Like, do you want flat, layered noodles, or do you want shoelace mess garbage?
I mean, and if I'm making spaghetti, I'm not using like the spaghetti noodles because that's literally the worst noodles in the world. Every other noodle is superior. I usually use rigatoni or sometimes penne.
Agreed.
Or sometimes shells, actually.
Well, I thought we would be divided on this, so there you go. And this has just been the easiest community corner ever. Both of us are like, easy answer. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, wait, have we disagreed on any of these?
No, we haven't.
Besides, well, I guess the Triforce.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, next question here is, what is each Nintendo character's favorite side during Thanksgiving dinner? Do you want to go through like a list?
Yeah, what characters are we doing here?
I don't want to do the whole Smash roster.
Oh, absolutely not.
There's too many. So
maybe just the main character from like each game, essentially. Or else this should become a PAL topic if we do more than that.
Yeah.
But also, how many side dishes are there really?
Well, we'll go through like main characters. So I think Mario will do a spectrum here, like Mario. We can start with Mario. What's his favorite side during Thanksgiving dinner? What do we know about what Mario likes to eat? Mario just likes to eat. He eats.
What are some like classic Thanksgiving sides?
Thanksgiving sides.
Good idea. Look it up.
105 classic Thanksgiving side dishes to make for
I
the
guarantee
holiday.
there aren't 105 classic
67 Thanksgiving side dishes that'll outshine the turkey. No,
where's the list of like 10? these people are insane. What in the world? I mean, mashed potatoes, that counts as a side, right? Does stuffing count as a side? I feel like that goes with. Like, you don't just have plain stuffing, right? Is that a thing?
No, you have stuffing. It's like with the turkey.
Yeah, I always just eat it with essentially my mashed potatoes. I
Okay.
never just like I'm gonna eat this bowl of just stuffing.
No, yeah, you have stuffing. It's just a plain as its own thing, not with
Mm,
potatoes.
weirdos.
Okay, so so I'm gonna say Mario. Mario does seem like a stuffing guy. Like yeah, I just want the
Like I said,
stuffing.
have you seen his belly? He looks stuffed all the time.
Yeah. So we'll go with that for Mario. What about Luigi?
Luigi would be like that sweet potato with marshmallows on
I
top.
was gonna say Luigi wants something sweet. So hey, we're in the same ballpark there. Yeah, he wants that sweet
Something a little,
potatoes
I mean, it's a
with
little
the
more out
marshmallow.
there than the
Mhm.
classic,
Mhm.
boring
That's Luigi.
Mario.
Okay, how about Kirby?
All of them,
All
all
of
the
them.
sides.
Kirby's. If we have to pick one, I'm gonna say pumpkin pie with whipped cream because he's very like into the desserts.
Mm, that's actually good. Yeah. I was
Uh,
originally just gonna say mashed potatoes because they're like the densest, the sides I feel like, but no, he does like the desserts.
Link.
But I feel like he wants a more meaty side. He's got to get that protein to
So
go fight.
he's going with the turkey. It's not really
I
a
mean,
side. That's the
that's not a
main dish.
side.
I would say that's what I was gravitating towards. I was like, I think Link will go for the turkey. Like he'll have a big old turkey leg. Gobble gobble gobble.
Yeah, works for me. We'll cheat the question just a little bit.
Um,
But third strongest mole says, I mean, I feel like we weren't going to do Wario, but he says garlic mashed potatoes.
yeah,
Real heavy on the garlic.
yeah.
Good call.
Waluigi, what would he go with? Wario's going for the mashed
Hopefully, no,
potatoes.
yeah, he's gonna starve because I'm not allowing him to have any of my Thanksgiving food.
Waluigi,
String beans,
yes. That's I yeah, you got it. Yeah. He's going to the
or
string
maybe
beans.
asparagus, but string beans is like,
That is a good answer. Samus.
hmm, hmm,
Uh,
that was a little more tough.
yeah, I don't know.
I still need to find like a good list of not a million Thanksgiving
Yeah.
sides.
So I see like a lot of like casseroles, and I feel like that's what Samus would go for. Something that kind of gets you everything.
Yeah,
She's
gotta
very
have that a balanced.
yeah, she's gonna be very practical, not go for like, oh, that's my favorite thing. She's gonna go for the thing. Casserole might not even taste that good, but it's gonna be the most like nutritious value. I think. I think that's what we're going for with that. Okay, I feel like I'm missing some important series characters here. Donkey Kong.
Uh, banana split. Is that a thing that people sometimes have for dessert?
Definitely not. But he's gonna go for something fruity, right? Maybe
Oh, for
he's the
sure. Maybe
cranberry sauce.
just the cranberry sauce.
Yeah, I mean that's like
I
Jello
mean,
salad.
as like my family does make what is called cranberry. I guess we say cranberry Christmas salad,
So
but
he's
it's
going for the
essentially a
fruits.
cranberry Jello,
Yeah,
and I don't know why it says salad. And we also have it for Thanksgiving, so
yeah. I think I mean everything on here. I'm like, I think Donkey Kong doesn't eat this kind of stuff. He just likes the bananas. Banana cream pie. If you go with that,
I wasn't sure. I
yeah,
feel like we could just do any flavor of pie, and it's a little bit of a cop out, but
yeah. That's a little
that
bit of a
that
cop
works.
out.
But it's what he would have.
Any other like main series that I'm missing
I
here?
mean, peach,
Peach would go
just
for
peach cobbler or something.
yep. She'd go for a very sweet dessert. Uh,
Ooh, third strongest mole says Ike.
I mean, he's a protein guy, right? It's got to be.
I mean, to lift that sword, he's got to eat lots of protein.
I
He
think
might be another just turkey guy.
straight turkey. Or he
Everyone who has a
does.
sword, they're a straight turkey guy,
He's
apparently.
yeah, but he's probably the guy that's like, oh man, nah, I don't eat the turkey. I go all in on the ham. He brings a ham to Thanksgiving
Because
dinner.
he also likes to go ham
Yeah.
on
Yep.
his enemies.
Yep.
That's how the cool kids use that, right?
Yeah, all the cool kids are saying that. Is there somebody you can think of that would be like the cranberry? Like Isabel from Animal Crossing. She'd be like, "Oh, I brought some the cranberry side." It's like you know what I'm talking about? The like can of cranberry that everybody has that nobody eats.
Yeah, that goes into the cranberry salad.
I
That's
bite for my
Jell-O.
friends. For Ike, it's so good. I bite for my friends. He's thankful
He just
for his
eats all
friends.
the things that other people don't like. Being a hero.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good list.
Star Fox.
Star Fox? I don't know.
Fox
I
McCloud?
don't know. I don't know what he would eat.
Google, what do foxes eat?
Someone needs to eat rolls.
Oh, I forgot about rolls being a thing.
Yeah. But who would eat rolls?
I also feel like Mario could actually just be a roll guy.
Yeah.
What did we say he was?
Stuffing.
Stuffing.
So Fox
rolls
and Falco
are delicious, but I want to think of someone like who's boring.
Yeah.
Peppy Hare would eat rolls.
Toad.
Oh yeah, Toad.
Toad.
I mean, rolls are delicious, but
yeah, that's like that's my favorite side. What's your favorite side at Thanksgiving dinner? Mine is definitely the homemade roll.
I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I go with the mashed potatoes and gravy with stuffing. I just mix it all up.
Yeah, but what I love about the rolls
with the
is
turkey,
that
preferably
afterwards you have the leftover turkey and you can make sandwiches.
Make turkey sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's good stuff.
Sometimes dip it in the gravy.
Third Strongest Mole asks, what would Marth be? Let's see.
I mean, do we have to pick different things for every character?
I kind of want to just for the fun, but
we never actually picked what Fox would eat either.
Said stuffing for him. It's fun. Marth.
Deviled eggs.
Yeah. Yep. Again, it's that protein. That's what it's all about. I think that's enough characters. We'll end it there. What a great Thanksgiving that would be.
To come up with more sides.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving coming up. I hope everybody has a fantastic holiday that celebrates Thanksgiving in the U.S. There are Thanksgivings for other countries and other days, and some places don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But no matter what or when you celebrate, I think that we can all be thankful for today's PAL topic, which is the Wii U. So let's jump on into the last segment of our show, to the PAL topic. And for today's PAL topic, we're combining the tradition of Thanksgiving and the tradition of
the
anniversaries. It's the 10th anniversary of the Wii U. Kind of hard to believe that released 10 years ago. And so, Micah and I have compiled a list of 10 things that we are thankful for the Wii U. These are not in any order or like best to worst. These are just things we're thankful for. A combined list here, as each of us have come up with 5 things that we were thankful for from the Wii U era. This is our Thanksgiving special.
And who knows if there's any overlap, because we didn't check.
We did not. So, do you want to go first?
Yep, I got Star Fox Zero Star Fox Guard because it's awesome and underappreciated. And the controls are fantastic, and you should get good at the game if you don't like them.
Um, it's kind of a story for the Wii U in general. It's underappreciated. I think the console is underrated.
Yeah.
Both you
I
and I
will admit
love the Wii U.
it is I mean, it's shorter than I would like, which you can say of all games you enjoy playing essentially. But I think it is pretty good. Plus, the Star Fox Guard, I feel like is a really cool concept that someone could expand upon
Hmm.
and make that like multiplayer or something, and that could be a lot of fun.
I need to play that. I have it. I have yet to play it.
What?
Yeah, there's too many games. But I am thankful for that ties pretty well into what you were saying. Ties pretty well into my first point. Asynchronous gameplay in a home console. The Wii U is the only system to have done this, where you have someone playing the same game but in a completely different way with the gamepad. Nintendo Land utilizes this. There were modes in other games that utilize this. Zombie U had like the mode where the person with the gamepad controlled when and where the zombies spawned, while everybody else played on the
A
main
lot
screen.
of fun.
Ton of fun. I really liked Nintendo Land's implementations with Mario Chase, the Ghost Hunt game, the Animal
What was that even
Crossing.
called?
I think it's called Ghost Hunt.
Haunted? Is it just Ghost Hunt?
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion, Ghost Hunt. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Mario Chase. Like all of the games, there was a gamepad. There could be a gamepad player, and then everybody else playing on the TV, and that was so fun. It also utilized it had a camera on the gamepad, so you could see.
You could turn that on to see their facial expressions on the TV.
Yeah, and so you could see their facial expressions while you're running around trying to chase them, or they're trying to get you, or what, depending on the game. That was super fun and super unique. Not a thing that was really done at that scale anywhere else. And still, that kind of died with the Wii U. Unfortunately, I think it's a really fun idea. So asynchronous gameplay is my thankful thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the Switch 2.0 will sort of allow that.
Has something like that. We'll see. We'll see. What do you got next on your list of thankful for the Wii U for things? Your Wii U thank list.
I got the Miiverse, and
Oh, yeah,
specifically all the cool art that people did on that. Like, I mean, it's like a one touch, and you get a stick, and you can draw stuff. It's not like the best system for art, but people were putting out some crazy good art.
I am
on
so
Miiverse.
happy that it's been brought back in a little capacity through Splatoon 3, but Miiverse should just come back as a whole deal.
Yeah.
I feel like the Wii U had some really cool and good ideas that got thrown out. Like they threw out the saying, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Have you heard that saying before?
I think so.
I think they threw out a lot of the babies with the bathwater. They're like, this system failed, kick it out. And they like 180'd so hard that they got rid of some really good ideas. And Miiverse is one of those. I thought the Miiverse was a cool like social media platform. Sure as heck beats Twitter. Elon Musk
That's
bought
not
the
a high
wrong
bar.
Elon Musk bought the wrong platform. He should have bought Miiverse. Yeah. Mute Dog asks, "Did you guys ever use Wii U Chat?" I don't think I did.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I knew anyone who had a Wii U, so I don't think I really ever did.
My number two
Actually,
thing,
I think I did once or twice, just for fun. Good old Jacob,
oh, he had a Wii U?
maybe. Maybe I'm thinking of way back when with the Wii.
with the WeChat. I think you
With the
I
Wii
that
thing,
you
because
did.
because
Yes.
actually maybe he didn't. I don't think he actually had the Wii U,
No,
but
I don't
I
think he
think I'm
did.
thinking of the Wii, testing that out with him.
So my next thing on my Wii U Thanksgiving list is the Virtual Console. I think that the Wii U's Virtual Console was incredible. The fact that it had games from every previous generation, with the exception of the GameCube, but you could purchase Wii games, you could purchase DS games, you could purchase GameCube, I'm sorry, Game Boy Advance, NES, SNES games. Because of the double gamepad, it's like the only other place you could get DS games and play them in that capacity, and that's just really cool. I think the Virtual Console there, that a lot of those are gone. Like that's not going to be a thing anymore unless we get another dual screen console, which hey, I wouldn't mind. That'd be pretty sick. But that's gone on the Switch. Can't play DS games on the Switch. Virtual Console. It was awesome.
Good one. Yeah, that's some great games on there. I got the Mario Maker, and by extension, Mario Maker 2.
This is a good
That's where
pick.
it all started.
Yeah. I'd say that I think editing is better on the Wii U version than on Mario Maker 2 because you had the gamepad and it was like click and drag. That just felt better for level building. And yeah, that was such a big deal too. It like exploded even though the Wii U was not selling well. I think it had a really high attach rate as well. So it's like everybody that had a Wii U had Mario Maker. And the content creation
sold like 800 copies.
Yeah, the content creation around it was really popular because so many people didn't have a Wii U, but they liked the concept. So yeah, those creators got really big from people living vicariously through them.
Yep.
That was a factor. That's a good pick. Sort of on the same line of thinking, but not really. I'm going to say the Zelda HD remakes. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD coming to the Wii U was super cool. Lots of improvements made, especially for Wind Waker. And that's where I first played Wind Waker. So I was like, I'm just really glad that they came forward because those games are very expensive now. But you can buy them at regular price for the Wii U, and even cheap for the Wii U. I got Wind Waker HD for $20.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
and it's like one of the best Zelda games ever made.
Yeah, that's right there
behind Breath of the Wild.
That's the first HD remake, right, of a game besides maybe Ocarina of Time 3D. Sort of like an enhanced remake of a previous Zelda game. And so this sort of that all happened in this generation. The kickoff.
Ocarina of Time for the GameCube.
That was
called, but it had like the master mode.
That was
like
just straight up port.
Oh no, not the master mode. A bunch of the puzzles were different.
Oh really?
Yeah, it had straight up different puzzles in a lot of the rooms, and there were more enemies essentially that like did more damage. Some of the enemies were probably different. I don't remember. Exactly.
Interesting. Yeah, I just like the kickoff here for setting the precedence that, hey, we're going to do some HD remasters of previous Zelda games, and I hope that they continue. I know not everybody likes remakes, but I am totally okay having them as long as they're not taking away from new ones coming out, which I don't feel like they are. What's next for you?
Well, I got the Switch. Because I believe the Switch is kind of the Wii U 2.0.
The Wii U walked so the Switch could run.
Exactly. It did lose a lot of the asynchronous stuff, but you just buy two Switches and they could do more stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, we got the Wii U, and immediately the feedback everybody had was like, I want to be able to take this gamepad with me and continue to play games. Like, that's what I thought it was going to be able to do when I
You
first
just
saw
get a
it.
backpack and a battery bank thing, and you plug your Wii U in.
So the Switch could big run. Yeah, good, good, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got to get that Switch to big run. Are these emotes like are these no the I was gonna say, are these your own custom emotes? I know you have some third strongest mole ones here. Maybe they are. Yeah, these are retro logic emotes. These are sick. In chat. Anyways, distracted here by third strongest mole. Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that the Switch would not exist without the Wii U. Because I feel like it was like an iteration towards the Switch. My next thing, 8-player Smash Bros.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
the
I
trailer for that was so good.
yeah, and by extension, just like having more than 4 players be like prior to this, no game let you play more than 4 players in local ever. Like, and so then the Wii U comes out and you get these games with 5 because you can have 4-player split screen and someone on the gamepad. And you're like, well, that's pretty crazy. Did Bomberman have that you could do more in earlier generations?
I mean, even if it did anyone care? I actually really liked. I played some of the older Bomberman games quite a bit,
um,
but
but yeah, 8-player Smash Bros was a big deal.
up to 6 on the Saturn.
Oh yeah, that's why I
Wow.
didn't know about it. It's on the Saturn. I mean, come on, this is Nintendo House. This isn't Sega Bros. Sega Bros. Uh, yeah, I just really thought that was super cool. 8-player Smash Bros. It was like it just got crazier and crazier. They're like, not 5, not 6, 8. You're like, whoa, 8 players at once. It's chaos. If you play 8-player Smash Bros, it's just insane. There, there is absolutely no skill. I mean, it's skill
Uh,
somewhat, but it's just chaos.
It's like, yeah, with that many people, you have to plan a big place, or it's just.
Oh, it's
I
so
mean, I think
it's so
it does
fun
cut
though.
out a lot of places you can play on, a
It's
lot of
so
the
fun
smaller
though.
stages.
Well, in the new game, it doesn't. You can play on any stage with 8-player Smash. So that's my second to last thing. What do you got? This is your last thankful item, right?
Yep. Last and certainly not least, Nintendo Land.
Let's go.
One of the top 3 greatest games ever made.
I can get behind this 100%. I responded to a tweet put out by Kit and Krista, who do a Nintendo podcast. They're former Nintendo Minute crew and now do their own gaming podcast and YouTube stuff. They put out that the Wii U was reaching its 10th anniversary. They were like, what's your favorite game? And I was like, hands down, it's Nintendo Land. It's like an underrated gem. And even when they talked about it on their show, they sort of talked down to it. And I am slightly offended by anybody who does not appreciate the magnificence of that game because it is so good. It is so well made and has so much content that I just do not understand how you could be like, yeah, it's all right. It's like another Wii Sports. That's how people treat it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. First off, Wii
How
Sports
would
is
dare someone say it's just another Wii Sports?
first off, Wii Sports is an
People who
incredible
don't
game.
think Nintendo Land is incredible need therapy.
There were like full-fledged single-player campaign modes within game modes with extensive levels. And like there's like a little mini Diablo game in Pikmin. Like you got that, you have
Plus, randomly, the Donkey Kong's Crash Course might be what I spent the most time in.
third-person
Because you
shooter.
could do like crazy speed running strats
A,
in
so-
that, and
a
like
s-
getting all the stamps.
there's a sword fighting game, and that's the single player content. There's also there's all the collection stuff. Um, it was one of the best multiplayer games ever. F-Zero, F-Zero was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
pretty much the last F-Zero game they ever made
Yep.
was in that.
There was also that dancing octopus game. That one was a
Yeah,
weird choice. I
yeah, it was like Game and Watch
that
Octopus,
made it
wasn't
in
it?
over Star Fox. Like, how did that? Who approved that? And Kirby, where's Kirby? Who approved that?
Well, they
Uh,
couldn't make it too good.
yeah, they had to save up for the sequel that we're gonna get on Switch. 'Cause this game's incredible, and I feel like if you didn't appreciate this game, then you just didn't have friends. So sorry,
What's wrong with you?
sorry about that. I played more of this game than anything on my Wii U, hands down.
Yeah,
This is the one game I go home for holidays and my dad plays with us and he goes, "Let's play the Wii U. Let's play Mario Chase. Let's play the Ghost
I've
game
been waiting all year for you guys to come here, so I had enough people
to play
to
this."
play
Yeah,
Nintendo Land.
that's what it's all about. Speaking of, you're coming up for the holidays, so we're gonna play some Nintendo Land, right?
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Meat Talk says, I didn't have friends and I love Nintendo Land. So there you go. Also, I know that's not true. Meat Talk has tons of friends that he plays games with.
Yeah. And he does bring up a good point about he loved the 8-player Smash, but no one will play it with him. And yeah, I played 8-player Smash like maybe 2 times.
With all 8.
Yeah, I've gotten above
played-
4 like 4 times.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
played
like.
we played it several times with more than 4. But
Yeah,
it was
but, like,
usually
not
like
that
a
often,
couple
and-
more. Yeah.
And I don't think you can play online. And even if it lets you,
No,
the
it doesn't.
connection with how many people would be so bad.
There's also a mode in Nintendo Land where you could do like the party train and it would like pit players against each other. Do you remember that mode?
I vaguely remember the party train, but
and
I
it
don't
would-
remember anything
You'd
about
be like,
it.
we want to play this many rounds, and then the loser would get to pick the next game and who would be challenged in it. So it would mix all the games together in like a Mario Party style game. Very cool. That was also very fun. Yeah, that game's just so good. And I feel like a sequel would basically just be the best Mario Party game ever made, essentially. It was that good. My last thing on the Wii U thankful list is the gamepad. I'm gonna go grab my gamepad right now.
Wow, you didn't even have Nintendo Land on your list? Oh, actually,
I knew you did. We talked.
that's
about
right.
it. I
We
didn't
we
wanna
talked about that.
front.
We're like, well, I'm stealing this, you know what, for my list. 'Cause
Yeah, and
we
I was like-
both
I was
know
like,
what we were most thankful for.
The gamepad is such a cool concept. It has gyro aiming. So Splatoon got its start here. The dual joystick setup. It's a comfortable controller. It has the grips in the back. I like the feel of the buttons and sticks. I will admit that this looks a little bit less cool than something like a
It's
Switch.
not as sleek.
Not as sleek. This looks a bit more plasticky, Fisher Price look to it. But it's a good controller. This was how you played Smash Bros. In this generation. You played primarily on the gamepad. The gamepad
Yeah.
also had a TV remote built into it. The TV
Which
button,
I did
so you
use
could control.
a fair
we
amount
used
because I was
it a
always
lot.
losing my TV remote.
And then you could swap between the game being up on the TV and down on the gamepad at any time so that someone could use the TV. That was the whole concept around this thing. Iwata wanted us to be able to be together and still game. The whole concept of the system is that you can be together and spend time together while doing things instead of this person has their TV, this person has their TV. And
the gamepad was actually really good for Black Ops 2 because it had the whole like mini map on it. So you could like see the entire map and where everyone was like all the time.
not every game utilized it to its fullest, but games like Zelda with the inventory being down here that you could swap things around. Um,
I even played Splinter Cell. I can't remember which game it was,
and
but that
this
was really
has,
cool.
I mean, this has a camera. We don't have that on the Switch.
Which is a bummer. Yeah, but like Splinter Cell, you'd have like the camera you could stick under doors, and that camera would be on the gamepad while the game's up on the TV, or you had like the
Yeah.
drone that'd do the same thing.
Yeah, there's just so many
It's just
cool
really
things.
cool.
There's so many cool things. I just think that this was really cool. And part of the problem was this was so cool that this was all they showed, and people didn't realize that this was not just a controller, it's a new system. And yeah, hindsight is 2020, as they say. And there's like a lot of problems with the Wii U, but I think it is extremely underrated. And I think it is a valuable piece of gaming history. I think it is a great system. I wish it had more content on it, but when it tanked because of lots of factors, poor marketing, bad launch titles, although Nintendo Land was a launch title, which is my favorite
Which
game on the
means
system.
great launch titles.
Well,
Plus, they
but that
gave
was
it
it.
like
that was
the old school games for 30 cents. I got Punch Out, Balloon Fight,
yeah, but
Super Metroid
like that
for
wasn't
30
advertised
cents.
well. That wasn't advertised well. The
No.
launch lineup for the Wii U, not awesome. And the way they announced it, not awesome. The way they marketed it after, like some of those commercials are just so difficult to watch. And then the very first one, I watched back and gone like, this is so confusing. They really did a bad job of showing what this was and what the value of it would be. And also the name, the Wii U. It's not a good name. Like, that's a bad name. I think Wii 2 would have been better. So, there you go. Third Strongest Mole comes in with a correction that Bomberman on the Sega Saturn actually plays with up to 10 players.
Yeah, but you had to get like two of the multi tap things. I can't remember what they were called.
Yeah, but for
I
Smash
googled it a
Bros.
little bit, but
8-player, you needed the extender to put in GameCube controllers.
yeah,
So similar hardware limitation.
yeah, but you didn't have to get two of them. So.
True, it's just one. Anywho, this has been our Thanksgiving celebration of the Wii U, and happy birthday to the Wii U. 10 years. 10 years old. It's a great system. I highly recommend it. If you can find one used, pick it up. Also, its library fed like the first half of the Switch's life with games, which made the Switch a much faster marketable system. I've seen so many like hardcore Nintendo fans out there that are just super upset because they're like, I already got this game, I don't want to get it again. And there were a lot of people that already got Mario Bros for the Wii U, that already got Donkey Kong Country for the Wii U. There's like so many. I'm like blanking, but there's so many games that got ported over. Breath of the Wild, that one dual launched. But yeah, yeah, that's a bummer for us
true Nintendo fans.
But for the other,
not any of these bandwagoners.
For the other 100 million people that
105 million, I think, at this point.
Yeah, 105 million people that didn't have a Wii U. This is incredible. The library on the Switch is huge because it has basically two systems libraries on it. So there you go. Thank you, Wii U. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This has been episode 117 of the Nintendo Pals podcast. Thank you, everybody, for listening and for tuning in. Micah, where can people find you on the internet?
At places. You can find me on Twitch at Micah Prime and YouTube the same.
Yes, and if you'd like to follow my content,
Well,
you
at
can.
least you can try and find me. Last time I tried to search myself, I couldn't find me. So
We're not affiliate yet, so please come check out our streams as we are reaching for that. It takes like, I think you have to stream 7 days at least, so it's going to be like a week.
I don't know if it's in like 7 days in a certain period of time.
But we also have met all the other requirements, so we're good. Help us hit that partner status. That would be sick. That would be awesome. You can find me at Andross1 on YouTube and also on Twitch and on Twitter. But you can also follow the show at Nintendo Pals on Twitter. If Twitter's still around by the time this episode comes out. Sorry to make jokes. But we're also on TikTok, Instagram, and all over the place. You can find us, Nintendo Pals. And on Twitch, Nintendo_Pals. Thanks so much to our friend, A Talking Fish, a.k.a. Roger Pollard, for the music, the intro music used for each and every episode. You can check out more of his stuff by clicking on the links down in the description. And please support his games out on the App Store, Mellowed and Disc Brick. They are awesome. Great games if you're looking for mobile games to play that do not have ads. He does a great job with keeping his games free to the people from ads. They're like add-ons and stuff. Anyway, let's go on to the last thing you can do is you could help support the show by checking us out on patreon.com/NintendoPals, where for as little as $3 a month, you can support the show, get exclusive access to shows like Pals Plus and other bonuses, such as the name on the wall, like Micah has behind his head. You could get your name in the Hall of Legends. Whoa.
Such prestige.
Such prestige. But probably the most prestigious thing is everybody that supports on Patreon at any tier gets mentioned in the Patreon Poke Rap, which we will play right now. We gotta rap some Patreon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
We want to be the best that ever was. And shout out our pals over on Patreon.
LPD, Rizzle, Retro Logic Day, U-Dog Gamer, Slim Tor, Spanish, and Solo Something, Brian, Little Miss 7, and Cosmic.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.
K-Mac and Team, Third Strongest Move, Tim the Nintendo Dad, Lance and Sturgis, Monkey Thunder, Purple Yoda, Dat Fast John, and Lava Plays 2.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon. Let's get 150 or more, yeah, please. To be a Patreon donor is your destiny.
Thank you all so much for listening. Please check out our Twitch and YouTube channels. Support the show. And we'll talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.